Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Welcome to the Uplift Network. For those of you who are new to the channel, I have created a space for positivity, positivity with a purpose, telling positive stories, bringing us together in a sense of community and love, coming from a place of love, sharing positive stories with you. Our network family shares their positive stories. We've asked people to email their positive stories or comment in the stories that we share, and we are lifting each other up during these trying times in the world where there's a lot of negative news, a lot of negativity, a lot of doom and gloom. So we wanted to create a community, a space where people could come and just share the light that's still in the world. You know, the Lord asked me to start a YouTube channel to let everyone know that there is still light in the world. He is still here in the world, and miracles are happening every day all around us. And so I do send out a weekly global sort of news around the world that's positive things that people are doing. I share some of your stories. I have another thread that's following a miracle journey. And sometimes I just come online and give you my thoughts for the day. And so today I want to share something like that with you. It's going to be short and sweet. Hopefully, it'll start you off on the right foot for today and get you thinking about how you too can truly make a difference in this world. So, today's story is an old story about a traveler who came upon a man who was planting a tree. And after he watched this old man planting for a while, he was watching him dig and he saw what he was doing and he asked, how long do you think it will take for that tree to give any shade? And the man replied, perhaps 20 years or more. And the traveler laughed at him and said, 20 years or more, you won't be alive long enough to even enjoy the shade and sit under the tree. And so the old man just smiled and kept digging and, kept on doing what he was doing. And then he turned around and said something to the traveler that the traveler would never forget. And what he said was, I've spent my whole life sitting under trees that I didn't plant and enjoying the shade. And the traveler stood silent for a moment, and then he realized that the old man wasn't planting this tree for himself. He was planting it for people he would never meet. He was planting it for children he would never know, for travelers who would one day need shade, for a future he may never personally even experience. And in that moment, the traveler realized something profound. And what he realized was that the greatest acts of love are often the ones from which we never benefit. I really want that to resonate with you. I want you to hear it again. The greatest acts of love are often the ones from which we never benefit. And so the message for today for you is to think about how we live in this world that's constantly asking, what's in it for me? But the people who change the world, the people who make a difference in the world, ask a very different question. They ask, how can I make life a little better for someone else today? The neighbor who cuts an elderly person's lawn, the nurse who holds a frightened hand, the teacher who stays after school, the parent who works the extra hours, the volunteer who's serving meals, the person who leaves a kind comment for someone who's struggling. They're all planting those trees. And most of them will never know how far their kindness has traveled. And most will never see how many lives they may have touched. But that doesn't stop them. They plant their trees anyway. And so, in closing thoughts, maybe the miracle that you're looking for today isn't something that happens to you. Maybe it's something that happens through you. Because every kind word, every encouraging text, every helping hand, every act of compassion is a tree being planted in someone else's life. And one day, someone may be standing in the shade of a blessing that began with you. So plant your tree anyway today. That's all I have today. If you like this content, give us a thumbs up. I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. I would just love this network to grow and become a movement across the globe. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon.